Hello and welcome to today's Pick a Card Tarot reading. We are channeling the energy for the next 30 days. We are going into the month of August, but whenever you come across this video, there will be messages in here for you. I have already pre-selected an oracle card and a stone for each pile, and I will show you both of them up close after I clear the energies with a singing bowl. So take a deep breath, relax, and let's begin. Here is pile 1 with the butterfly card. And the blue stone. And here is pile 2 with the soul card. And the red stone. I will now begin pile number 1's reading. Timestamps will be below. Welcome, pile number 1. You chose the butterfly card with the blue stone. And the butterfly card is all about transformation, joy, beauty, and transience. So there is definitely transformation incoming in the next 30 days for you. And butterflies in general are often symbols of manifestations coming into your life. So whatever you have been focusing your energy on for the past little while is definitely going to be showing up in your life and manifesting as you have been trying to work towards. And it's going to bring joy and make your life even more beautiful. And blue may be a very significant color as well. I randomly selected this stone from my pile of rocks and crystals, and that's the one that came out for this pile. So blue is definitely coming through as a color for you. I'm thinking blue sky. This is such a deep blue, this stone that came up for this pile. So maybe spending time outside, embracing that fresh air, blue sky, or near water, near the sea, near the ocean. And that can help you just connect with spirit a little more, and maybe will help guide you for easier ways towards your manifestations and transformations. But I will read the message from the guidebook for you now. Butterflies are commonly associated with beauty and joy. They are inspirational in their loveliness, but the journey they go through to achieve this metamorphosis is even more inspirational, if less pretty. Caterpillars must completely dissolve in the chrysalis, giving up their very physical selves in the process of transformation. Only once they have relinquished everything can their physical matter be resembled as a butterfly. The idea of that much sacrifice can be overwhelming, even if the end result is glorious. Fear of change can also hold you back. Let the beauty and joy that await you inspire courage. Trust that achieving your goal will be worth it. The butterfly card urges you to not be afraid to let yourself grow and become something new. And a reflection this card offers that you can journal about at this time is, are you afraid to make a change, especially if this change means giving up parts of yourself in the process? Yes. So butterflies do go through some crazy transformations in order to become that butterfly. And maybe you've been going through a phase in your life where you've been a little bit more of the caterpillar and you've kind of been going into your cocoon and working on yourself, and you've been noticing slow changes in your outside world. And Spirit wants you to know that yes, some of these changes can be scary because when we change, the relationship with our environment and the people around us also changes. Say if you want to become a more detail oriented, stick to the schedule type of person, that will reflect in your environment. You'll keep a better schedule with cleaning up your place, but that can also mean holding yourself more accountable. Say maybe you don't want to go out and party as much or do the same things that your friends or family are doing. And so, well, change, while we do change, there is always going to be good and not necessarily bad, but different aspects that we must get used to. But in the end, it will be worth it because it's going to bring more joy and beauty into your life. So while you can appreciate your time as the caterpillar and getting to know yourself and figuring out what direction you want to go in, don't be afraid to take that leap to transform yourself into the better version and your higher self. And something that's also coming through is like parenthood and childhood. Because when someone becomes a parent, it's like with their first child, it is a transformation like no other. You go from being a child of life, which you still are when you become a parent, but in a different light. And you see that other side. And within 24 hours after that child is born, you are a different person. So it's not, while we can love our younger self, we must embrace our future self as well. And both are beautiful and have pros and cons, ups and downs in both aspects of our chapters in this life. But I will now draw a angel oracle card to see what angels are going to be in your energy for the next 30 days. You got Archangel Uriel. There's more blue and also purple in this card. And something that comes to me right away, because Archangel Uriel is the messenger of the unknown and the mystic. And something that comes right away is that is in the text is as above, so below. And I'm getting that you really want to focus your energy on your inner mindset and really just harnessing in your future self energy and bring it into your current self. I'm getting even having like an alter ego, but that alter ego is not separate from you. And when we embody our future selves, yes, sometimes it can feel like playing pretend. Saying those affirmations that don't quite resonate yet can feel silly, but that is just because we are in the transition period of transforming into that person we are trying to be. Just like if you want to be a runner, you gotta start running. And well, when you first start, it may feel funny, you may trip, you may feel out of breath fast. The more you engage in that type of behavior, the more you become that by default rather than by force. But I will read the message from the guidebook for you now. The name Uriel in Hebrew means fire of God. In Jewish and Christian tradition, he was known as the messenger of the Most High, the spirit of ministration, peace, and grace, and he was a leader of angelic armies together with Michael. He was also the keeper of hidden knowledge, who was said to have revealed the mysteries of the Kabbalah to mankind and the secrets of alchemy to the Magi. Today, Uriel is known as the Archangel of Salvation. Some people also believe that he is the guardian of our planet, the archangel of summer, the north, the soul, and enlightenment. Uriel's role is to activate love within us, so our souls can ascend to a higher level. He teaches us to appreciate the divine within ourselves and each other. He also brings us beauty and illumination, awakening our ability to realize that we have the power to shape our own reality. Working with the energy of Archangel Uriel enhances our spiritual vision and our ability to radiate the light of our soul in all that we do. It is especially useful if we suffer hostility or mistreatment from other people. Uriel can give us the inner peace to protect our own being and the strength to behave with compassion even to those who hurt us. If you seek support to face injustice, or if you feel a need for peace and spiritual nourishment, you may be drawn to use the Uriel card as the focus for a meditation. You can do this by asking the angel to be with you during that meditation and visualize a light around you, encompassing you, and that is Archangel Uriel's purple and red energy, fleckered with gold all around you. Ask him to grace you with his presence. He will bring you the energy of inspiration. So he represents beauty, and that is also the butterfly card. So your next 30 days, there is going to be filled with beauty for life, in your environment, in your projects, your friendships. And an affirmation he offers that you can use during this month is, I exalt the divine within as I accept the gift of true spiritual peace. I exalt the divine within as I accept the gift of true spiritual peace. And as I was reading this, I was getting that you may be suffering hostility from others, or that could even be jealousy if you are going through this transformation, and especially if you're prone to being a people pleaser. People who are in your life when you are a people pleaser and who you are in your previous chapter before you transform into this newer version of yourself, those past people may not like who you are becoming. And that does not mean that who you are becoming is not good. In fact, that means that you are transforming, you are setting boundaries, and you are putting yourself first so that you can manifest the life you want to create. Because if you don't set those boundaries and you keep yourself busy doing everything and anything for everyone else, you will never have the time and the energy to create that reality you dream of creating and that you feel you are meant to create. So this next 30 days is for you. It is for you to focus on your projects, on what you care about, and really harnessing in that energy of how you want your future to look and embodying that future you. But I will now draw a few tarot cards to see what else is incoming. I usually do 3 cards before wanting to come out today, so we'll just lay them out here. Your first tarot card is, I won't show it too close because there is nudity on the card. You know how the algorithm is and YouTube guidelines, but you did get the Temperance card, which is all about balance. And that is very important when you're trying to become that future you. And of course, we can fall back into our old ways of thinking and our old ways of being, but it's just important to balance it out with not staying there for too long and really behaving as if that future reality is today and doing the things you would do if that reality was already happening. And Spirit wants you to not work too hard, and but you still have to work towards your goals and your dreams, but don't burn yourself out. You must balance the water and fire energy. And another thing about the Temperance card is there is a rainbow on the card, and rainbows and butterflies are always manifestations incoming for you, or the first steps of it at least. And as I look at the clock, it is a 11:11 right now, so you may be seeing those numbers in your life this next month, and that would be Spirit communicating with you. So have balance as you work towards your goals. Spirit doesn't want you to burn out. And if you were already in your future reality, it's not that you wouldn't be working at all, because that would make life pretty boring. You would have to be working towards something, whether that's self-care, projects, your things you care about. So, but you wouldn't be burning yourself out because you already have those things in your life. So keep working, but stay balanced. Your next tarot card is the King of Wands. There is a lot of creative passion here, and you are harnessing it like a pro this month. This is incoming creative energy. You are going to feel inspired. If you haven't been knowing what you're going to go for, or you have some sort of idea but haven't had that like hot, fresh goal that it's like, yes, that is a great idea, I really want to go for that, you are going to get that this month. It's going to be a fire under your butt, making you want to get to work. It's not going to be about motivation. You're just going to be like, yes, this is where I'm meant to go. So trust your intuition and the ideas that arise for you for this coming month. Fire energy is definitely here with the Temperance and the King of Wands. So it will be a fiery month with lots happening for the best. So far, in your reading, this next 30 days is going to be great, and I love that for you. And let's see your next tarot card. You have the Two of Wands. So there are two paths forming for you, and both paths are going to be beautiful. It's just about deciding which one you want to go down, and that is where this creative energy comes in. What path feels more aligned? Envision a day in that life. Say both are two different end goals. Envision how your life would look at the end of that path, and see which one would feel better for you. If it's one path is a corporate, high-paying, steady job, and you're someone who needs that stability, and you don't mind the 9 to 5, maybe that is the route to go down. But if you are more of a creative person, which I am kind of getting that here, then you may want to go down a more untraditional path, and that may cause people to be more hostile towards you. Coming from the Oriole card and what that one was saying, because when you go down an untraditional path, the people around you, they don't understand. And some of them take it personally. They think that, like, oh, who do you think you are? That you think you don't have to do what we do. But that's not what it is. And that's just their own reflection, because maybe they were too nervous to go after their dreams and goals. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't. So there's two paths to take here, and Spirit knows that you will trust your intuition and envision that future life and what feels most aligned for you and what path will make you most satisfied and happy. And your next tarot card is the Hermit. So I think you're going to be spending quite a bit of time alone this next 30 days, but it's not like a loneliness. It's a meditation state. Maybe you're going to be working on your projects more, and you are going to need that alone time for that creative energy, because while socializing and getting out there is necessary and important for balance, so don't neglect that, you will be spending more time on your own, contemplating, brainstorming, and doing the work for those projects. So don't feel bad if you're craving more time alone for the next 30 days. Spirit says that is great actually, and that is going to open up space for spirit and your intuition to speak more clearly within you, so that you can transform your life in a beautiful way. But I will now draw a Moonology card to see what else is incoming for your month ahead. The card you got is Step Out of Your Comfort Zone, North Node. So now is the time to step out of your comfort zone. And there's more purple here. And stepping out of your comfort zone often goes hand in hand with creative ideas, because sometimes expressing ourselves and showing the world what's in our head and the ideas we have can be nerve-wracking. So this month, in order to blossom and see that beauty and joy in your life in the next 30 days, stepping out of your comfort zone is really going to open that pathway up for you. And I'm getting that is these two different choices or paths with the Two of Wands, that you can either keep going how you've been going and take the safe route, or you can step out of your comfort zone and try something new and something different. And I think it will be rewarding for you. And even if it's not instantaneous, you are going to gain knowledge and wisdom from stepping out of your comfort zone. You're going to make more discoveries about yourself. And I'm also getting here, Spirit wants you to step outside of your comfort zone, but don't be reckless with this Temperance energy coming through to me. You don't want to be so outside of your comfort zone that you're doing some crazy reckless stuff, but more so like facing your fears in a healthy way. I will read the message from the guidebook for you now. And it is literally on the last page of the guidebook, so I really feel like you're closing one chapter and moving on to the next. Here it says, there's a strong feeling when you get this card that it's time to leave the past behind somehow, because you are headed in the right direction. If you want to be happy and fulfilled, you need to get going towards doing the thing that scares you, within reason. This card is all about living your life's purpose, which is possibly what you've asked about. It's urging you to dare to do something different with your life and your direction, to take action. So are you willing to follow through and lead the life you incarnated to live? If you finally found the courage to make the leap, there's a good chance you'll come to ask yourself, why did I wait so long? I know I'm headed in the right direction. Comment it down below, or use that affirmation for the next coming month. I know I am headed in the right direction. You're headed for something which feels like destiny. You need to face a fear and get over it. Time to stop obsessing about someone or something. Stand on your own 2 feet. You've got this. So this next month is so beautiful, so exciting. You're really going to be stepping up and leaving the old you behind. Those limiting beliefs, those old ways of being. Leave them, let them go, and your life is going to transform in beautiful ways. So that is your reading. I hope it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, and subscribe for more future readings. I will now be moving into pile number 2. Have a blessed day. Welcome, pile number 2. You chose the Sow card, which is all about planning, setting intentions, and optimism. So your next coming month is definitely a good time to set intentions for what you want your future to look like. And in the image, there is some third eye energy here, and it's like there is a seed being planted this month for future growth. So while you may not see that seed growing this month, setting those intentions and getting plans started is definitely a good thing during this time. And you may get some intuition on what projects or goals to work towards this month. And the key to this is being optimistic. Just like when you're planting a garden or a plant, in order for that plant to grow, you must give it care, give it time, give it love, water, fertilizer, whatever it needs, nutrients, and you have to give it the best environment to grow. So make sure you uphold an optimistic perspective on things while you work towards making your plans, and when eventually you do start doing the actions towards those goals, just make sure you keep a level head and don't project negativity onto it, because before you've even begun, you want to make sure you view it in a positive light, because if you're already viewing it in a negative light, maybe that's not the thing you're meant to go for. So make sure you really harness that internal monologue and gear it towards your goals. But I will read the message from the guidebook now. Seeds may be the nebulous concept, and soil the fertile ground to nourish them. But the act of sowing is what unites the two and initializes the process of germination. When you sow seeds, you scatter them in or on the earth, asking the soil to help them grow. For a time, the seeds have to remain quiet, underground, before they can launch into the world. This dormancy allows them the opportunity to gather strength. The Sow card tells you that now is the optimal time to set things in motion. Plant your seeds and nurture them. Lock in your intentions and take the first steps along the path you've planned. Act now for future yield. Prime your material and environment for the best outcome. If you've been hesitating, now is the time to act. And a reflection this card offers that you can journal about is, are you ready to start something new? So there is definitely something new coming in to your life in the next 30 days. And it's going to be just that first steps of the journey, whether that be a first job, a new project, a new friendship, a new relationship, but it is going to be in the early stages. So make sure you put all that love and care into it as you can. I will now draw a Guardian Angel Oracle card to see what else is incoming for your next 30 days from the angels. We got 2 that popped out here. First, we got the Angel of Creativity and the Angel of Revelation. So it may be a creative project you're going to be starting, and I'm getting it might even be like you have a revelation or an intuition of that thing you want to start, like a calling. So here's the creativity card with all these oranges, and there's an angel painting the sunset. Maybe getting out in nature, watching some sunsets or sunrises can help inspire you at this time, just with the beauty of it. And here's the Revelation card. he's blowing a trumpet. And that is almost like you hearing your calling. And I'm really getting that it's going to be something creative, because with the So card and everything, it's almost like you hear this inner calling of what you know that you would be good at and what you have naturally been good at, but maybe you've been ignoring it in the past chapters of your life. But Spirit wants you to know that now is the time to move forward with those creative projects with confidence, because the fact that you have been having this little feeling of knowing you should go for it, that is a good thing. And once you have that realization, just move forward with optimism. But I will read the message from the guidebook now. First, I will read the creativity card because that's the one that popped out first. You can bring creativity into any activity, from an everyday task such as cooking a delicious meal or tending your garden to painting a picture or even writing a computer program. The angel of creativity encourages you to put into action all the ideas and visions that you have. Capture your creative energy by writing down significant thoughts as they arise. Alternatively, take a blank sheet of paper. Let yourself write without thinking. The angel may inspire you with ideas that you never expected. Ask her to boost your confidence and help you to ignore any negativity from other people. By tapping into your creativity, you can bring your own unique color to the tapestry of life. Some symbols of the creativity card are painting, the color yellow, a beautiful garden, tapestry, seeds, pearl and shell, and womb. And an affirmation you can use at this time is, I help to shape reality with the power of my creative impulses. So there is definitely like a new project forming with the womb symbolism. That's like a new idea is growing within you, and you're going to feel it and feel so drawn to it. I will also read the Angel of Revelation card for you now, so you get all the messages you can from these angels. In the Bible, the idea of revelation signified the unveiling of the most profound mysteries of life, the spirit and the divine. In your own life, revelation may occur as a sudden insight, as powerful as a trumpet call, or as the unveiling of an impulse so deep that you never imagined its existence. The angel of revelation signals that you are about to learn supremely important things about your life and the universe. With an open heart, ask the angel for his life-enhancing message. After, you may experience heightened awareness, have dreams or visions that provide farther insight into the truth, and feel inspired with wisdom as if the angel has whispered into your mind. And some symbols of this card are trumpet, cloak, book, closed box, key, lake, mirror, and an all-seeing eye. And an affirmation he offers is, I trust that the knowledge I need will be revealed when I am ready. I was already getting that you might have dreams at the very start of this reading with the So card, because of the third eye energy on the So card. But now I'm really getting that you may have some dreams that help bring this revelation to you, to know what path or project to go towards for your higher good. So that is just beautiful. There's going to be a lot of incoming creative energies in your life in the next 30 days. I will now draw a few tarot cards. Oh, that's too many. we'll do a few more shuffles to see what's incoming for the next 30 days for you. We got one card, we'll do two more. Your first tarot card you got is the Devil. So maybe you have been keeping yourself in a cage a little bit, sticking to the ordinary, maybe with a limiting mindset, thinking you can't achieve what you are meant to go for. And this could be also bad habits keeping you small and like on a leash almost. Like those bad habits are keeping you at, like, I'm struggling with my words right now. It's almost like they have a grip on you. They have a hold on you that is keeping you from putting that energy into your creative projects. So Spirit right now wants you to plan on how to deal with those negative energies, whether it is a bad habit or a negative way of thinking. Spirit wants you to plan on how you're going to deal with the emotions that come up so you don't have to reach for that bad habit or go back to that negative thoughts of thinking. Because we have to be ready that when those negative thoughts arrive, we will know what to do and how to pretty much make them go away. Like, of course, you have to feel your feelings. Don't suppress emotions that need to be let out. But if you are ruminating over things you've thought about 1,000 times over already, maybe that's not the healthiest thing for you. Maybe we need a new coping mechanism so we're not reaching for those negative thoughts. And lately, I have been thinking about how with different things we struggle with, like limiting beliefs, self-sabotaging, and even things like depression, which is very serious thing to deal with and hard thing to deal with. Something we can do as a little thought exercise is maybe see those things as separate entities from ourselves. So, for example, participating in a bad habit and a negative thought processes. If you view that as something that kind of has a grip on you and you make it a separate thing from yourself, like that is not me, that is something having a hold on me, then it makes it easier to identify it and kind of quarantine it, like, and leave it be and be like, that is not me, I have to let that go. And when those negative thoughts arise again, you can be like, thank you, but you are not welcome here. So you can literally just say stop as those thoughts arrive, and even just doing like a random movement just to get your mind somewhere else. Like if a negative thought arise, maybe do like 5-10 jumping jacks, 5 push-ups, go for a walk around the block. Just do something to break that thought loop and those bad habit loops of when this arises, I usually reach for this. Well, maybe reach for something else instead. Have a replacement that is a more positive thing in your life. Maybe instead of just dwelling on your negative thought processes, you could express them creatively to let those feelings out. So then you're still processing those emotions, but not dwelling on them. And even journaling can help a lot as well. It's like getting those thoughts out, like, okay, I wrote them down, I got them out, and now you are no longer welcome. Thank you very much. Let's see what your next tarot card is. You got the Ace of Wands. That is new incoming creative ideas. The volcano is bursting. You are going to be bursting with creative ideas, and you're gonna want to be doing them all at once when these ideas arise. But of course, you must go towards those goals with balance, and even before going towards them, make sure you set intentions and plan so that when you do go for these creative ideas and these creative goals, that you can do it in the most efficient and beneficial way possible for yourself. there's a lot of red and orange in this reading, especially like initially this was your first sign that there was going to be a lot of red and orange with the red stone. And red is like, I find it's just expressing that strong energy. It can be anger sometimes, it can be passion, it can be just very strong emotional energy and creative energy, because the emotional and creative go hand in hand. Let's see what your next tarot card is. The Five of Swords. So maybe you've been feeling a little bit defeated by life lately. Like maybe you've been going through the motions of just going to work, getting things done that you have to get done, and it's been feeling like a never-ending loop. And maybe there is a creative passion that you have been disconnected from, and that is what Spirit wants you to tap into again. Because if we go through the ins and outs of daily life without expressing ourselves, without engaging in our hobbies, life can start to feel a little bland and a little depressing even. And so change is incoming, with the Devil card being 15 and this being Five of Swords. Fives are all about change. So your life is going to be changing for the better, and you might be feeling a little defensive about these changes, and that's okay. And you don't have to share these changes with anybody. I personally don't really like to share my goals with people, especially if you're not super close with them, because sometimes they can project their own fears that have nothing to do with you. So hold your plans close to your chest. Like hold your cards close to your chest on what you're planning on doing. Still go for them and be proud of them, but don't be, telling the whole block about it. Because people can project, they can put their own fears out there. So this is exciting, creative energy, and don't let people who don't understand your vision limit you and make you not want to go for those visions, because sometimes your audience for your creative passions, your goals of who would be around you when you achieve those things and to get to that point, isn't necessarily the people who are currently in your life. Sometimes they won't be the most supportive people around in that process, and that's okay. So just make sure to harness your own energy for yourself and don't let it leak out into the outer world this month. Not quite yet. During the planning stages, it's always best to keep your goals to yourself and be optimistic, and don't let people who are naturally pessimistic make you not want to go for these things. I really think you should keep them to yourself this month, at least for the first steps you make towards these goals. But I will now draw a Moonology card to see what else is incoming for the next 30 days. The card you got is Believe in the Impossible, Blue Moon. So that's like once in a blue moon. Believe in the impossible. And I feel like that really goes with what I was just saying about keeping your cards close to your chest, because when you are going for something that is difficult, that not everyone goes for, not everyone is going to see the vision, and they might be like, oh, well, how often does that happen? How often do people succeed in that field? Well, they don't know you. They don't know what's inside your head and what your talents are and your capabilities. And even if they do, they could still be just having that negative mindset, because some people are just more prone to that. But if you are going for your goals and your projects with optimism and confidence, then beautiful things can happen. And sometimes the universe can even quicken those things with coincidences, meeting people, opportunities, and it's a beautiful thing. Miracles are possible, but you have to believe in them for them to show up in your life. I will read the message from the guidebook for you now for this. As the saying goes, some things happen only once in a blue moon. In other words, hardly ever. Drawing this card suggests you're about to get a rare chance, and that something one-off could well be about to happen. This card is a very positive sign if you felt like you're hoping for too much, or asking too much of the universe. Whatever you are asking about, well, it might only happen once in a blue moon, but it can happen. However, with this rare opportunity before you, it's important that you believe in yourself. If you convince yourself that whatever you're asking about can never go in your favor, then guess what? It won't. Be grateful for this card, which is a reminder to believe in your dreams. An affirmation you can use this month is I am lucky. Miss this chance and it might not come back anytime soon. What happened may only happen once. The person you're inquiring about is a rare find. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. This situation is unlikely to repeat. So there's definitely something coming in for you in the next 30 days. There is good luck, there is creative energy. I'm really getting that you're gonna have this revelation of something you really want to go for. And if you go for it with optimism, beautiful things can happen and luck will be in your favor. If you have that positive energy and aura around you, that is what you're going to attract. So as you move towards these goals, envision how beautiful it will be when it works out. Not if it works out, when it works out. And that is how you are going to attract that energy from the universe, and the universe will be happy to match that energy that you are giving off and bring blessings and miracles into your life. So that is your reading pile number 2. It was beautiful. I hope it resonated. And if it did, please like, comment, and subscribe for more readings. Have a blessed day.